Hey guys, Ian Chiodo here with Rooted Lens Photography. I just wanted to bring a video to you guys today, starting out with just reviewing some of the RF lenses I have. What I think of them, if you should buy them, what they would be good for, do I regret buying them, and my experience with them. Just know my experiences are my own, and your experiences are going to be different than mine. And whatever I say they're good for has been based on my experience. So just because I say I don't like something or I do like it doesn't mean you will. But I want to, given the price of these lenses, just give you my honest, unbiased perspective of them. So without further ado, let's jump in. All right, number one is going to be the RF 100 to 500 external zoom. I think the aperture is 4.5 to 7. It's a variable. This lens I initially got when I started doing sports photography. It works really well. It's a fast lens. You get really good pictures. Is it necessary for sports? No. I ended up finding out that the lens I'm going to talk about next worked a lot better for sports, but this thing ended up being something I like to do as a hobby, shooting birds and other wildlife. Here's some cool pictures I shot with it. Outside of that, this, for the price tag being close to $3,000, I would say I would only buy this lens if you're specifically into something like wildlife or something you're going to be shooting afar often. Not saying it's a bad sports lens, just saying I think you can accomplish more with the next lens I'm going to tell you about. The next lens is the 70 to 200. This thing is awesome. It's fast, it's versatile. You can do things like weddings with this, but also the sports photography I was talking about. I ended up liking shooting pictures at that 2.8 aperture and was cropping them all the time when I was doing sports, and I got pictures like this. So I found that this lens was plenty fast. It was more versatile than that 1 to 500 I had, and I just didn't want to take it off my camera. So this is something I would say if you're into weddings or portraits, you'll want one of these. It really goes well if you combine it with a wider angle lens to go with it. So if you have two cameras, this would be an awesome second camera to say a 24-70. But I think this is a must-have in your bag. If you're looking to get a lens, this would be my number 2. I think you would want something with a little more flexibility if you're getting into portraits or weddings to start. But if you're up for 2 lenses and the steep price tag of these, this would be my number 2 lens in the bag that I always have with me. All right, so this is a really good starter lens. It's a little cheaper, still expensive, but this is the 24 to 70. Another external zoom is a 2.8 aperture. This is a really good lens for all uses. You could use this for weddings, portraits. I mean, I wouldn't use it for sports. It doesn't zoom quite enough, but just to put it into perspective, the human eye sees around 50 millimeters. So you get a little bit of a zoom from that 50 to 70 from what you're seeing, but it's 24 wide enough to just get those nice shots at weddings like this. So I love this lens. It's versatile. My only complaint with it is it never really wows me. It takes incredible pictures. I just showed you one, but you just don't get those buttery bokeh backgrounds like this next lens I'm going to show you. But I do say I would recommend this. This is a great starter lens. One thing this is great for, it does have a stabilization in it. So with the stabilizer, this makes a really good like video, if you're going to do video and photography lens, and a really good one that I would recommend. So I do recommend this lens, but I think there's one better if you're a portrait and wedding photographer we're going to talk about here. All right, this is one of my favorite lenses. If you're doing weddings or portrait photography, I think you can make the case that this is the only lens you need, especially for starting out. It is steep, it's around $3,100, but it's the 28 to 70 2.0 fixed aperture. So this thing, I can definitely attest, it takes prime-like photos. Very, very crisp photos. Impressed with it. It feels a lot like my 85 millimeter. I would say truly the only downside to this lens is it does not have built-in stabilization. If you're shooting a lot of video, you might consider the 24-70 we were just talking about. But if you have a camera like the R5 or R6 or any of the Mark IIs, they're going to have stabilization built in and you probably won't notice. This lens shoots prime-like quality, super good bokeh, has the nice zoom. This is truly a one-stop shop lens if you're doing wedding or portrait photography. Highly recommend. If you can only afford one on my list and you want to start out doing, you know, portrait and family photos and stuff, get this lens. But I think if you're looking for just one lens to take awesome portraits, you will love the 1.2 85 millimeter prime lens. This thing takes amazing pictures like this really easily. My wife picked up my camera for the first time ever really picking up a camera since the old school digital camera days, and she took this picture. So very awesome, pretty quick lens. It works great in weddings. It works great if you're taking like couples photos or portraits, if you're doing professional headshots. I love this lens. You will not regret it. I think between that and the 28-70, those would be the two that I would say you would want to, one of those two to start with. The 28-70 gives you a little bit more flexibility, but if you're just doing headshots and portraits, the 85 is going to take great pictures every single time. And then if you're looking for a second lens, the 70-200 is a must-have. If you're doing weddings, sometimes you want to zoom in. If you're doing portraits, you can still get that nice bokeh. 70 is not super wide, but you can get creative and maybe take steps back. The 24-70, if you want to save a little bit of money, this is a great lens. I use it all the time. I haven't gotten rid of it. It's going to be better suited for video though. Having that stabilizer on it and going 24 wide up to 70, great video to throw on an R6 Mark II if you have one of those, and a great lens to start out with. And lastly, I would just say the 1-500, it's a great lens, but if I had to regret one, it was that one. But it's not because of the lens. It's more because I just didn't need it. If you're into wildlife or sports, I could see you using that lens and enjoying it. But outside of that, I wouldn't use it for weddings or portraits or anything like that. Not even sports, I would say. I would probably just stick with my 70-200. But all great lenses. I hope this video helped you guys out. I appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.